So one mic will be with the judges, one mic the participant, and the judges will be asking the participant. So if you could please come up.
Sorry for interrupting, but we'll do the review question first, and then we'll have Twitter and your hobbies again.
And my hobbies are playing football and listening music.
Who's your favorite footballer?
My favorite footballer is Messi. He is my footballing idol. As well as I have local idols also. So I have two local idols. They have played in some Indian I-League division and that, and they are my role model for my footballing life.
So I'm assuming that the local footballers are also from Northeast.
Yeah, they are from my village. They taught me how to play football from my first day of introducing myself into football. They have taught me up to now, and I'm in the college team as well. So calls me up to play. I just go and play with them.
So your thoughts on how? Thank you.
Hello, welcome back again. So, can you please mention your hobbies again? We will make sure that the question is short. We will make sure that the question is easy, and we want your confidence, right?
So my hobbies, as I said, I love to play sports, especially badminton. And as for my hobbies, I also love singing and music.
Okay, so the second part of the question is, like, who do you look up to as a singer, or do you have any favorite band? Because I myself is a musician, so can you, go on with that?
As you guys must have already known that I have a good voice, so I really look up to Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley is one of a very good inspiration for me, and I really love listening to his songs. And
can you give a little verse, like just 1, 2, paragraph?
Can you sing for us?
Sure. The only song everyone knows, and since it's the month of, love, February, so it's called Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Wise men say only fools rush in. But I can't help falling in love with you.
Thank you.
No worries. So next, we have Gaurav.
Good evening, everyone.
College hobbies.
My college is Shahid Bhagat Singh Morning, and my hobbies are playing the guitar, playing the flute, watching anime.
Which anime is your favorite anime?
My favorite anime is Attack on Titan.
Wait. Do you support Eren?
I have read the manga, so I know the ending, but
Even I know the ending.
so, 50.
There's no 50-50. Either you hate Eren or you like Eren.
I like the previous ending.
Valid. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Gaurav. Now we have question round for the girls. First up, we have Esther.
Yes, so finally we are celebrating NESSDU Freshers Come Cultural meet for the 10th time, which is a great success in the history of NESSDU. So on behalf of the advisors and the election commissioner team, I would like to say thank you to the current executives and also welcome the freshers once again. And coming to the point, your question starts like this. Imagine that you are Miss Freshers of NESSDU right now. You have been crowned Miss NESSDU. So what happened was NESSDU was very active back then, very active. But since the COVID hit us, NESSDU has been paused. It has been paralyzed for a little bit, but we're so glad, we're so very happy to see all these faces. We finally get a chance, the privilege to come back together under one banner. So, my real question is here. You are the Miss Fresher. What can you do to revive the old NESSDU, the well-known NESSDU, which was scared, which was looked up by those people, by the students of other universities, by the student body from the other side of northeast side, whether it is from Mumbai or let us a big example is we have NSUI, one of the biggest student body, and ABP as well. So once they were scared of us, now we have to run after them. So what can you do to promote our NESSDU? What can you do? What is your scope? And how will you do? That's my question.
Thank you so much for the question. One thing that binds us all together is our culture. Wherever we may be, the culture we belong to is what we are. Culture defines us. So I believe that if this imagination was a reality, I would take an active participation in indulging each and every one of us to a more and happier, I would say, revival of the old NSDU by initiating many activities like this very meet, where we meet everyone and where we have a common ground to start with. And if we initiate these gradually, then I believe that everyone will have a sense and a belonging of oneness, and brotherhood and sisterhood will be revived back again. Thank you so much.
Wonderful answer by Esther. Next we have Jennifer.
College and hobbies, please.
College is Jesus and Mary's, and my hobby is to sing and write songs.
So this is your first year in Delhi, right?
No, I've lived in Delhi for 8 years now.
Okay. So my question to you is that since you have started college, you must have made a lot of Northeastern friends. Because I know for a fact that Jesus and Mary has a good amount of Northeastern people. So you have been in Delhi for 8 years and you know how things work here. But say your friends who have come to Delhi for the first time and they're settling down here, they must be facing a lot of problems and troubles. So how can you help them as someone who is from Northeast but has also lived in Delhi? Because right now you're like in both the sides. So you're like the bridging gap between that, both sides. So how do you feel responsible as someone who is from Northeast but has lived in Delhi and is seeing people from Northeast struggle in Delhi?
So basically a lot of my Northeastern friends who have come from Northeast and have never been to the mainland before, the main problem that they face is language. There's a huge barrier between most of my friends who have been here in Delhi, and sorry, but it's just that they don't understand Hindi and also don't speak Hindi that well. So how I help them is by kind of becoming a translator for them. And also now that we have Hindi classes, since I've learned Hindi till 10th, so I help them with assignments, telling them what word is, the meaning of the words, and stuff like that. Also, since I've lived here in Delhi for like 8 years, I know a few of the places where you can hang out, chill, where the good foods are, good places to visit. So I also kind of like suggest them places for them to have fun and find Delhi a very fun and a suitable place for them to live and all. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Next we have Chakriti.
Hi. Yeah, good afternoon. So you must have heard what Jennifer just said and mentioned that colleges have Hindi classes now compulsory for the first and the second year. So that is, just the first year. It is compulsory, right? Yeah, so now as Northeastern people who already have their own separate mother tongue, and we also learn English, this compulsory Hindi classes is like language imposition on us, in a way. Because right now I do believe that we have come far enough to that space that basic Hindi is okay for us, and we don't really have to do Hindi classes. But this is like imposition of language by making it compulsory for the first year students to take Hindi classes. So what are your thoughts on this?
Thank you for the question. So first of all, I would say that we are like an experimental batch. Like every year, every time we get something imposed or the other. So my GE is Hindi and my AEC is also Hindi. And I really don't like studying Hindi. I mean, speaking Hindi is fine, but like I live in PG and all my PG mates are from North India and I have to speak in Hindi with them. So it's like too much of Hindi for me. And I think I can't change anything, right? So as the government and or like the council has imposed on us, we have to just go with the flow. But I think if I get like a chance or if there is a chance to change, then I would obviously say I would change Hindi and I'll take my language. Even like I opted for it. Like I opted for SMEs. I wanted to study SMEs. But they were like, if you want to study SMEs, you need to go to some other college to take classes. Like that is really hectic. So it's better I study Hindi. And Hindi, I'm in Hindi C. That is like I read Hindi till class 8. But still, whatever is being like taught to us, it's really tough. It's like Dohe. I mean, I really can't understand anything said by Kabir. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chakriti. Next up we have the last but not the least, Arihan.
Hello, I'm from Zakir Hussain. And as for my hobbies, I'm a pretty indoor person, so all I basically do is just play video games, watch anime, and then also on the side, I've been playing khol, which is a traditional Assamese instrument. And yeah, that's it.
Hi, my question is, which community or tribe you belong to, and how would you describe about your culture to us? Like, we don't know anything about your tribe, so explain.
I'm Assamese. I'm from Assam, so I'm Assamese. And as for my culture, it is really unique. I love it. Our main festival is Bihu, which we have a total of, it is celebrated twice in a year. We recently had one, and then we are going to again have another one in the month of April, which is. Now listen, I'm being honest, but I get confused with the name. The only one that I do know is Kati Bihu or Kamal Bihu. I don't know, like, I do know Bahag Bihu, Mag Bihu, but I get confused which one is in January and which one is in April. Achha, April is Bahag Bihu, which is Guru Bihu, right? So, we like worship the cow in the morning, we wash it because the cow helps us in the farm and everything. And then in Kati Bihu, which is celebrated around like near Durga Puja. Yeah, there's nothing much in it.
Thank you.
Hello, yeah, so can I have a round of applause for all these contestants first? You've been so brave, and the results will be declared shortly. So for now, let's give them some rest so you guys can continue. So moving on with the program.